Come on, relax and just enjoy the show. We got you here on Straight Talk. Don't be lying, yes, you already know. We got you here on Straight Talk, yeah. We got you grooving. Let us know how you doing. We keep it live right here on Straight Talk. Riccardo Montgomery.
Welcome to the Straight Talk with your boy Riccardo Montgomery, aka the voice of gospel radio. Hanging out with you on this day the Lord has made, we will rejoice and be glad in it. Another great Sunday morning right after Easter, man. Got the team back together. We finally back together. Got
Praise
Takara,
him.
got Joseph.
Hey.
Man, Joseph's not behind the organ this Sunday, Takara. He's not behind the organ this Sunday. So he's here with
The
us, man.
struggle was real. The struggle was real.
Hey, you know what, man?
Every church musician, especially the churches I go to, they all took Monday off.
Took Monday off.
I promise you, they did. Call any of them.
Mm-hmm.
They took Monday. We was missing on Monday.
So you went out the grid, in other words.
Every musician that played Easter Sunday, I guarantee you, they was missing on Monday.
Well, you should have been missing for a few days, so that you played throughout the entire Holy Week.
I did. I played
every day,
10 days nonstop.
Wow.
You should have got you a donkey.
A donkey?
Yeah. So he can ride on in the Sunday service. Yeah. Ride on in the Sunday service. Should have got him a donkey.
No, he was trying to get the service on the donkey.
He'd have got there. But he'd have been, he'd been doing everything all week. Going into Holy Week. And,
That's foolish. That's foolish.
But he bared his cross, though, because he had to get up and walk that walk.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So how was church? How was church for you, Joseph? Let's move on from Joseph. How's church to cover?
Say now how good the word was on Sunday, Joseph. Yes, that's what it looks like.
I don't even know if he can hear us.
I know, right? Church was amazing. It wasn't your traditional resurrection service message. It was a little bit different. And it was so good. So yeah, shout out to Clifton Hobbs III, Glory Tabernacle Church over in Bellevue. That's my pastor.
No, you said it wasn't a traditional Easter service. So what makes it different?
Yeah, it was different. I mean, we definitely talked about the resurrection and all of that, but he really went in and talked about the power of us resurrecting ourselves from dead places and dormant places, and how powerful we are, and we need to walk in who God has created us to be, and just looking at it from that lens and that perspective. Instead of, he talked about, Good Friday, all the things, but he tied it into something a little bit different. It was so good. Praise and worship was amazing. I felt like I was at a concert for praise and worship, which, some people are against that. As long as Jesus is in the room, I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. Easter Sunday at my church was really good too. We talked about resurrection and all these things, but it was about hope, and that the tomb was empty. And what I liked is that he broke down, like, how God got up, and how the angel told Mary where Jesus was going, and then shortly after that, Jesus stopped Mary and said, "Hey, tell the fellows I'm going over here." And that always compelled me, because women during that time, they wasn't valued, but Christ and God chose these women to be able to deliver this message.
That's good.
Of that He has risen, and where to see him, where he's going.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they was just like, oh, let me go tell you he risen. Like, no, he wants me to tell you to go here
Mm-hmm.
and to put that trust in someone at the time or a person at the time that is looked at as the less of these still compels me. Like, why would he use a woman to do that? You know, and then what irritates me is like, you know, God does this. I mean, Christ does this and give a woman this responsibility, but then we won't give a woman the responsibility to preach. Like, I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me. But Joseph, how was your service on Sunday?
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm back again. It was actually really good. It's always good when you have a CME holiday or a church service or a Super
Mm-hmm.
Sunday. When there's CME, CME stands for Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have those wonderful holidays comes, there's no parking.
Mm-hmm.
The food's always gone. You know, things like
Mm-hmm.
that. Somebody sitting in your favorite seat, or let's put it in 2020 terms. The social media band of Facebook crashes because there's
Oh,
so many people on there. So, but from a music standpoint, the musicians that had to play and work up to that week and to present, we all, like I said earlier, took the day off. But the mental strain of things just to prepare. But what I liked about this year, there was a lot of excitement about He Arose. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm 40, I'll be 47 next Tuesday. And this is probably my first year that I've been church ministry since I was 5, been in charge of music ministry since I was 16, over 30 years. That this is the first time that I have actually seen people really get excited because he died and he rose.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah.
It was a very big about that.
You know,
So,
I do think I would say I don't know if people really watch it as if I watch it, but I think the Chosen series kind of brings a lot of light and bring personality to Christ. I don't know if
mhm.
you guys have seen anything from the Chosen, but when you watch
No.
certain things,
Yes. Hold on. Chosen? Yes, a little
mhm,
bit.
it
Yeah.
I mean, I'm chosen, so I seen a little with me.
it brings a lot to the table for um Christians, especially if you start at certain parts of it. Brings the Bible kind of life, brings Jesus kind of life, um, and the personality,
Yeah.
a lot of things. But that's great. It is always great to hear the excitement because I mean he got up, which is
Right.
everything. That's everything. What we worship, what we go through, what we do. But I think we got to get into the topic of that. We know that he rose, but how do we stay focused on
Right.
giving to him?
Hmm.
I think one thing that if we go through a lot of the scriptures, you see that Christ mostly is always talking about community and
Yeah.
how we can work together.
Hmm.
Yeah.
When you
Good.
talk about love thy neighbors, you love yourself,
Yeah.
working together.
Right.
It's all about us, and
Yeah.
I know for a fact now that we've gotten away from that big
For
time. I
sure.
mean, everything is currency.
Yeah.
Right. One thing I appreciate about my church this year, we didn't harp on the currency.
Hmm.
We were just happy to allow and see people.
Right.
This year, like I said, this was like a different resurrection. It wasn't Easter; it was a resurrection. Um,
Right. Right.
some people driving me nuts talking about Happy Easter. No, it's resurrection. I really believe that he died for my sin. I really believe that the same people that praised him the week before was the same people that voted to kill him.
Crucified,
And
yeah.
and the thing is, they used to get mad at me in church, but I'll be like, this is not a voting place. when you are called and chosen for a ministry or a job to do within the ministry, you have to be there because the same people that vote you in is the same people that vote you out.
For sure.
So because when they don't like your vision, if God gives you the leader the vision, how can I go different than what the God gave you to be the leader? So
Ciao.
I'm about to come out of Book of Job by the 2 Chronicles. But you'll get that later.
You just messed with
But
You just messed
how
with Go ahead.
sorry, back to being real. We gotta go back to being real. But really in the Bible they only voted once, and that's when they killed him. They prayed to
Mm-hmm.
him, and think about the people around you. They wanted him crucified. They lifted him up, and then they turned around and crucified him. And some people's like Easter. It's nothing to do with the Easter bunny. It's about my savior, my life, that the person that I'm in love with died for my sins and he rose to make sure that we had life and more abundantly.
Though, I think it's more so education and helping people understand what Easter really means and to help them see, some people, if they choose to be woke and see, that a lot of the holidays are based on more of a marketplace perspective, how much money
Mm-hmm.
can be drawn into the economy because of Easter. Like,
Right,
I always think about how many Reese's peanut butter cup egg candies were sold during
right,
this time because it's quote unquote Easter. And once you start to make the decision to really unpack and unload and retrain your mind to know, why are some people saying Easter, why are some people saying Resurrection Day, Happy Resurrection Day, and you will have a greater appreciation for the sacrifice that Jesus
right,
made for all of us. Even those who don't believe in him, he made the sacrifice,
right,
so and then people want to get into logistics, or, we have to understand that the days of the week are the days of the week. It's not so much Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We know somewhere around there he rose again. Come on
right,
now. Don't be all, specific to where you're missing the greater, bigger vision, is that those who believe in him, he rose it for us to
right,
live the way that he lived, what, 3.5 years. He was able to at least see some of the things before he took, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
all the things, that. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm in my 40s. Shoot, I didn't know what.
Wow, whoa. I'm
Stop.
cheering you on. Good job.
I didn't know what this stuff meant. You
Right.
know. And we do our parents do the best that they can with educating us. You
Mm-hmm.
know, sometimes they don't know if they're not in the church world and know the things of the kingdom, and so are people going to hell because they celebrate Easter? I mean, come on, y'all. That's a whole nother topic. Anyways,
Right.
Well, I mean, I think you know what you know. The more you educate yourself, the better you will be. This
Yeah.
world has a way of confusing everybody
Mm-hmm.
to look at things the way that the world sees it,
For
and
sure.
that's what the enemy wants anyway. To keep you
Yeah.
further away from what God has for you, because then you understand your purpose, and once you understand your purpose, there's no stopping what
Right.
you can do for the kingdom and what God can do with you. So
Right.
if the enemy uses the bunny, the enemy uses Santa Claus, the enemy
Come on.
uses
Right.
all the things
All the
that
things.
distracts, that this distracts to
Right.
keep you away from what it takes for you to not give your life to Christ and pick up your cross and follow Him.
Amen.
Right.
Um, to understand that. But we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna come right back. We got more straight talk for you. Seems like we got a lot of good things happening
Oh yes.
here.
Oh yes.
Um, But I think a good conversation for us today, and for all you all that's tuned into, is just understanding the community. Because I think where we at right now in this world is really Christ wants us to be more of a community.
Amen.
And I
Right.
think we divide ourselves up because of the things that we see
For sure.
and the way that society is showing us things, and which is not going to be that way once we get to the gates. So we'll be right back
Yeah.
with more Straight Talk
Hallelujah.
right after this.
The Table Coffee Company is Omaha's coffee shop. It is the go-to destination for coffee lovers in Omaha. The Table is located in the heart of Old Market in downtown. It offers a variety of coffee drinks that are brewed, blended, iced, as well as several tea options. And we invite you to come and try some of our signature menu items, such as the Heavenly Waffle Charcuterie Board, or just a great cup of coffee. Online ordering is available. Just go to thetablecoffeeco.com. And you can receive curbside pickup as well, because there's a seat for everyone at the table.
I just can't find a mortgage company I can trust.
Hey, have you ever heard of Eagle Mortgage?
Eagle Mortgage?
Eagle Mortgage helps making the home buying process easy. Plus, they're with you for a lifetime through all those life-changing circumstances, refinancing, and so much more. In fact, you got to call them. You can reach them at 402-397-7180 or get them on the website at eaglemortgagecompany.com. You can also just go visit them at 303 North 114th Street.
Eagle Mortgage. We help families get into homes. Tired of seeing all the high prices? Well, help is around the corner. Abby's Corner. Named after Abby Whitford, Abby's Corner is a thrifty boutique in quaint downtown Papillion. Abby's Corner is a family-owned, and the friendly owners specialize in upscale ladies' fashion at thrift store prices. So come by 138 North Washington Street and enjoy a relaxed, homey, and artistic atmosphere that will make your shopping experience fun. Inventory at Abby's Corner changes almost daily, so you never know what you may find. And as an added bonus, Abbey Corners donate to the local charities such as the Food Bank of the Heartland, the Bethlehem House, and Live On Nebraska. Abby's Corner can be found on Facebook at Live Like Abby Did, and on Instagram at Abby's Corner Papillion. So like and follow Abby's Corner, the cutest little thrifty boutique in downtown Papillion.
It's up to you. Your run can be whatever you want it to be, because it's not about keeping up with everyone else or how far you've gone or hitting the perfect time every time out. It's about letting your run be your run. And because we're here for every runner, we do the research and sweat the details to help you find your best run, your goals, your pace, your gear. It's your run.
Straight Talk, Riccardo Montgomery.
Welcome back to Straight Talk, and we must be blowing up because it's going down. Somebody just watching and enjoying themselves. But we are back. We're talking about, we're following up on Easter Sunday, but just talking about some of the things. I mean, it seems like we all got something good out of our churches on this Sunday, and hopefully we can share some things with you all that's interesting. Like, one thing I kind of like about this show is that we don't dive into the gossip. There's a lot of gossip that goes on out there. That can be, try to be more controversial, these things like that. But the job has always been to guide people to Christ, and that's one of the things I do enjoy. But guiding people to Christ is not the most popular thing.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's going to be the best thing for you, because you're not always going to be here in this world. You have to think about the next phase for your soul. Your soul has got to go somewhere.
Right.
And being in communion with Christ is what we should be all searching after. And to get there, you won't need money. You won't need a status. You won't need you won't get celebrity. You won't be famous, because everything falls to Christ. So in that, I think Christ's mission on this earth, and we use all the Bibles, we use all the scriptures, all the kind of get things to where we kind of want it to be, how it should fit us, and some truth from Christ and some things of the world. But I think Christ just wants us to be one big community, faithfully trusting Him. And how do we get there? We got money. Everybody's chasing the bag. We all go to work. You know, lights got to be cut on. All these different things. So I mean, like, there's a lot of things that come a part of the
Amen.
world. But at the same time, it's like, how can we strive to follow Him if it takes us not having to worry so much about money, all the things that we live in, lights, a roof over your head, like all these things that comes with it. But, supporting your neighbor or helping a neighbor, you can go further, kind of like the Good Samaritan. So how do we work together to say, hey, how can we do better in making us a better community?
I think one of the things that we can do is to be more mindful of not self-isolating. Sometimes it's just easier to self-isolate than it is to deal with people. And sometimes we miss the opportunities to connect with other people by doing that. We miss the opportunities to build with other people when we self-isolate. And self-isolating can come up in different ways. One way it can come up is you're always busy. So you don't have time, or nor do you make time to engage other people, which allows for you to know what others need, whether it's a prayer request, whether it's just a hug, a conversation. You're so consumed by the things that are going on in your world that you are not intentional about connecting with other people, which then allows for you to miss out on possibly the bridge that God has put before you to connect to this next person. So your purpose can align with their purpose, but you're in this place of self-isolating. And sometimes it's learned behavior. Sometimes it's a protection mechanism based on being broken, hurt, abandoned, all the things. And so sometimes we think that we're putting ourselves out there to be, inclusive in conversations, but we're not.
Nope. I think when you think about self-isolation is the new workaholics. So a workaholic, they'll drown themselves into whatever they're doing, so they do not even have to participate with others in society. And I find myself doing that because, I got to be doing something, if you come from the work world of it says if you got time to lean, you got time to clean. So there's always something you could be doing. And sometimes when you have done that, you got to get busy. Like if I go to a church, if I went to a different ministry, I got to do something. You got people, you got membership, and you have stewardship. And the difference is the members, they show up, pay their $12 and go home. The stewards, they're going to stick around. They're going to put the chairs away. They're going to take the tables. They're going to pick up the trash. They're going to give because they understand that. Right. And I believe when we're talking about self-isolation, we'll go back and be like, why me? Well, it's actually why you, because you, and that's what I always tell people when somebody says that to me. Well, why me? I'd be like, why not you?
I think,
the Bible says God will put more on us than we're able to bear. Maybe He's trying to push you to another level, and you don't want to go.
Amongst yourself
so now you want to isolate yourself in a different way, so you don't even get the challenge or the opportunity.
The worst thing we can do as a people is be alone, because then we think of what we want to think of and say, like, let's say Joseph say, hey, I need you to do this, and now you go home and be by yourself. You're like, why would he pick me to do that? Da 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 da. And you bring up so many different scenarios where the enemy can use to be able to trick you into doing something that is not of God. But at the same time, we got to figure out how to be more of a community for each other and stop allowing ourselves to be tricked by what the enemy is throwing at us. Because people who are unsaved, they want to hear about this God. They want to hear about Christ. and they want to. And it's things that they want to ask, but they're afraid to because they're afraid they're gonna look like they don't know what they're talking about, or they're afraid that they're gonna look stupid in front of or be judged by folks who may know. But at the same time, right? They feel like, oh, well, and it's like, no, right? It's like, no, you don't have to. Don't feel that way. A
or
conversation
being
about
judged.
Christ is always a good thing. This is
That's
what
good.
He wants. The mission is to talk
Yeah.
about the mission, and that's it.
You don't know that. How old are you?
Because He didn't send those disciples to stay quiet and do this. He didn't tell when He rose. He didn't tell them to go just be quiet, don't say to nobody, just go straight over there and do this. So go tell everybody, I'm up.
Hmm.
I rose. I'm here. The game has changed now. I conquered death. You all
Right.
can see what I've been talking about, and that's the thing. And I think as a community, especially in this country, we want to isolate those things and
Right.
not really explore and open those things up. But I mean, it does come with consequences, which is what God told us. I mean, walking around talking about Jesus at work, you probably going to end up getting fired.
Unless you work, unless you work where I work, and I can.
But see, that's the thing, though, because see, the world say it's
You actually
religion,
will because you can't talk
and we're
about
like, no, I'm
religion
For
talking
sure.
Christ, because
at
religion is
at work
man-made. Christ
because everybody
is
doesn't believe.
your salvation. It's
Uh,
two different things.
Well, yeah. Here's the other thing. If right,
Hey.
right. So I got two things to go with here, and you guys always, I'm the weird one in the group because you guys got the brains and so I'm the weird one. Okay, I'm a unique one.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh well, that's fine, huh? See how we did that? So I
Yeah.
feel harassment. See that? And we're in the workspace. And no, but here's the thing: if you go back to the movie Poetic Justice, Janet Jackson wore black. She isolated herself, but then she had to figure out at the end. She cut her braids. She stopped wearing black because she came back to the reality of society. That's what church does for you.
That
And I
part.
think sometimes people run away because of whatever may have happened, and then they sit there and you sit there in
Oui.
your own rut, and you can't get out of it because somebody's going to judge you. Somebody's going to do this. The same people that paraded Jesus once again didn't kill him. So your fans, they're going to celebrate you. But guess what? They got you got a Judas. You got to find out
Mm.
amongst your friends who's your Judas. So so
Well,
the other thing is I'm gonna say, and I'm a proud dad to say this because I'm trying to teach my kids and my family not how I would do it, but how Christ has really allowed us an opportunity to be blessed to do what we do. So my son plays drums. He's a who's who drummer in the city, but I'm his dad. So he very proficient at playing drums. Very very proficient. So proficient enough that they because of our wonderful leader of our country, um, that an exchange student, if he leaves the United States, may not be able to get back into the United States. So they asked my son, will he go to China to perform with
come on.
the jazz combo? And so my son's very
That's
stoked
good.
about it. And that's a blessing to be able to go when you're not qualified. My son doesn't read as fluent as
Yeah.
the other drummer, but that's how God works. God will take you, even though you might not be chosen. You were chosen, but you
Yeah.
might not have been qualified. And we all been in a position in
That's
life
good.
that we wasn't qualified, but we were chosen. And I said, son,
Hmm.
Junior, look at the doors that's opening for you. But I got to challenge you. because you think you have arrived because of where you're at.
Very cool.
Why don't you set the bar higher so people underneath you have somewhere to reach? I don't know why I said it to my son.
Wow.
He accidentally got a call last week during Holy Week, and he plays at Salem. They go to lockdown on you. And he was able to go to the Jewel to fill in for his professor at UNO. They brought in a musician. They booked him at the Jewel, and the drummer that they was supposed to play, they was like, he couldn't make it. The teacher says, I have someone I know that can do it. Not the best reader, but he's a heck of a player. He's he's the drum line, he's Nick Cannon. He can play it back to you, but you got to have the fundamentals. So he's worked real hard for the last 4 years to get the fundamentals. He got an email last night, guys, and they awarded him to go to Lithuania in August.
My God.
As the chosen one, and he was eating, and the other one got the call and said, "Hey, I guess I didn't get accepted," and bloom, and this and that. He said it was all cool and this and that. All of a sudden, my son gets home and he says, "Oh my God, they chose me."
That's good.
Again, this is where, like I told him, I said, "Son, this is because of the God you serve."
That's it.
I said, people are going to be upset. Raise that bar. Get out of you. Be somebody better, because you make things happen because of where you're at. Set that bar high as you can. And I really believe that's why God rose for us to be more conquerors.
Yeah.
So that's what I believe. So when he was sitting on that cross, he wasn't up there talking about, man, I ain't got. Because if he really thought about what we were thinking about while he was up there, I'd have been like, hey, I'd have been like, Doughboy, let me out the car, get me off this cross. I didn't do it.
Good.
Take that person. But what happened was, he says, I'm do this because my Father sent me. Father, forgive them for what they don't know. And sometimes our children or people will make us mad, and you just got to blow it off. My friend Christy, she'd be like, that's not your battle, Joe. That's not your battle. She was, and I get it now. So when Christ sat on that cross, and when he had to sit there and then say it is finished, man, and they wanted to make sure he was dead, they still piercing him. Seriously?
Up in here.
Yeah.
He dead. Why you still? But
we're gonna take this.
Talk about his head mumbling word. Wouldn't have been me. Cut the lights on. Riccardo, you stick me one more time.
Yes. Stick y'all for doing this commercial break.
Sorry.
So we'll be right back with more Straight Talk and wrap up the show right
going in.
This.
The Table Coffee Company is Omaha's coffee shop. It is the go-to destination for coffee lovers in Omaha. The Table is located in the heart of Old Market in downtown. It offers a variety of coffee drinks that are brewed, blended, iced, as well as several tea options. And we invite you to come and try some of our signature menu items, such as the Heavenly Waffle Charcuterie Board, or just a great cup of coffee. Online ordering is available. Just go to thetablecoffeeco.com. And you can receive curbside pickup as well, because there's a seat for everyone at the table.
It's up to you. Your run can be whatever you want it to be, because it's not about keeping up with everyone else or how far you've gone or hitting the perfect time every time out. It's about letting your run be your run. And because we're here for every runner, we do the research and sweat the details to help you find your best run, your goals, your pace, your gear. It's your run.
Quality, customer service, and honesty are just a few of the things said about King's Fast Oil. Here at King's, we are locally owned with the same friendly faces, just in a new location. We are currently located at 8506 North Maple Street and open 7 days a week. King's Fast Oil is newly updated and our professional staff has over 40 years of combined experience that will keep your vehicle running like a king. We have a welcoming atmosphere and will get you in and out quickly. King's is not your regular quick lube. We do not upsell, no appointment is ever needed, and you stay in your vehicle. We have your oil, filters, and vital fluids. Just give us 20 fast and friendly minutes and you're on your way. Please give us a call at 531-772-0895 and put us to the test. King's Fast Oil. We change oil and we do it with a smile.
I just can't find a mortgage company I can trust.
Hey, have you ever heard of Eagle Mortgage?
Eagle Mortgage?
Eagle Mortgage helps making the home buying process easy. Plus, they're with you for a lifetime through all those life-changing circumstances, refinancing, and so much more. In fact, you got to call them. You can reach them at 402-397-7180 or get them on the website at eaglemortgagecompany.com. You can also just go visit them at 303 North 114th Street.
Eagle Mortgage. We help families get into homes.
Right here on Straight Talk. Riccardo Montgomery.
Welcome back
My
to Straight
office
Talk. We're here
hours.
to wrap this up. We got a lot going on.
9 to 5.
Coming up on
Okay.
the 18th, we got Live Loud. Live Loud. Catch us all there.
Hey,
5
You can
heartbeats.
catch us all right there. Live Loud. We all be there. Got a table set up. And to meet and greet everyone who's a fan of the show. So if you haven't heard about Live Loud, just check it out. We all been posting and talking about it. But we're going to talk a little bit about it now. So
what?
Live it.
guys,
Why are you nervous?
I'm a little excited and nervous about this this show. Because it's
Roger that.
show's gonna be there.
Let's
We're
go.
doing segments there. I'm hosting and I'm doing comedy. That's a lot.
I know.
There's
Gotta,
no
spirit of
problem. There's
fear.
no problem. Just saying though, when you get your routine together, you're like, man, there's no place for me to go and rehearse. It's just
So what the problem is?
Kari and
So
I
what the
have.
problem is?
No, you still laughing even though
Yeah, it is. We've been rehearsing every week.
Hey, toss us the
Me and
money.
Takara,
We can cover it for you. We'll
hey,
be there. We'll
see?
be ready.
That's a joke. Tick, tick, ding.
No, I
Didn't
won't do
like
that to
it.
you, Joe.
Look at his face.
I'll
Hey,
text you.
I tell you like this, when you feel
Yeah, I'll text
when you
you.
feel the
I
crowd
know
drying
people
out,
excited.
just think about Joe. Just make
I've
another
got
joke.
emails about people excited about meeting you and Takara, seeing you guys, and
So what time?
getting
What
there.
time do we need to be there?
Yeah, so Live
The show
Loud.
starts
We're
at
I get to
excited.
walk there.
7.
Hillside Christian Church in Blair, right? Roger that. He's so dope. I absolutely adore him. This looks like doors
Well, I'm trying to find out
open
what time the
about
show
5:30. Show starts at
Not
6.
to go to work. There you go.
Starts at 6.
So we need to be there by
Yeah.
5. We need to be there by 5 so we can take
That's
pictures
right.
and enjoy some folks.
Absolutely. Did we say that? It's
So I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Awesome.
I'm like Satchel Paige, man. Just put me on the map.
you guys are ready
I want to
for
rock the
him.
red covered wagons and everything else they're gonna have there. But I want to make sure my guy Ricardo is ready.
Yeah, see, now you're
Oh
going
my
too far.
God.
Now you're going too far.
I'm in your corner.
Yeah, no, we
You know what?
still at
I'm gonna have
church.
your water bottle. I'm gonna be like the Mike Tyson. I'm gonna have all the petroleum jelly for you.
Oh yeah,
It's free.
but anybody who's out there, if you want to come,
It's
come.
free.
Hey,
Hillside Church in
we gotta
No
get
Blair.
some 100
charge
quarters in
at
on this.
all. So for
But
those of y'all that are
Free,
take
no
my hat off to
charge.
you.
Yeah,
watching,
yeah,
go ahead.
So
no
I
charge
know
at
you got this,
all.
man. So
No,
excited.
we're not gonna tell
It's
people that.
community.
Okay, good.
How much
Yes,
is it?
17 minutes. Okay. Don't make it seem
Are you
like it
sure?
ain't Lincoln, y'all. Okay. It's not even
Right.
enough.
So there. So if anybody,
No, it's not
so
Lincoln.
if anybody wants to know how far away Blair
Good.
is, because it sounds far,
That's good. That's good. I like that.
it is 17 minutes.
You're in Blair.
17.
So we
Y'all
also
ready for
got
the
the
news
news
this
coming
week?
up. So
It
Carla, take
ain't
us with the
Lincoln,
news.
and
Joseph, you're in the news this
go to
week.
your house and go to the Oak View. The same time it took you to get to Oak View. Guess what?
All right.
Same
That,
time you
that,
can
that
travel.
that's a start.
Yep.
All right. Never mind. Never
So,
mind. All right. So we're gonna take us straight to the news on that note. So
all
on this
right.
moment, just pause, reflect,
What he done?
realign
What
after
he done did
Joseph
now?
gave us a sermon and now trying to raise an offering for
Oh
his
well.
birthday. So
Okay.
here's the
My
news.
birthday's
All
April
right, Riccardo
14th.
Nicole, I'm here, and this is where
Cash
faith meets
App
real life truth
$sign is Living
leads to
Soul Production.
conversation. So let's go.
That's
So one of the
news.
things that's so important right now with everything that's going on in our world, and we do mean everything, even things that are going on in your personal world, that peace still matters. I need y'all to say that, Joseph and Ricardo. Peace still matters. Yes. So
Peace
there's
still
movement globally
matters.
taking place, right? There's a lot of movement going on. Ceasing fire efforts, high tension, all the things. It's not perfect, but we are the blessed. We are blessed as the peacemakers, and we shall be called what? The
Peace
children of
still matter.
God. Absolutely.
Peace was still.
Yay, Sunday school lesson
Let's.
early. So peace isn't something that we just pray for. It's something that we can practice. Do we believe that? Amen. And in a world that reacts quickly, we get to respond with wisdom, being calm, and understanding that
Mhm.
Christ is in control. All
Children
right,
of God.
let's talk about this real quick.
Book
So,
Matthew,
pressure
5th
on the
chapter.
people, but not on God. While rising costs and economic shifts are taking place, many are feeling it in real time. I know for a fact when I was in Birmingham, people were freaking out going to get gas because they had never seen, well, I shouldn't say never. It's been a while since they've seen gas prices 359, 369, 379. We're talking about the South, right? But one of the things we have to remember is that our God will supply every need according to his riches and glory. That's Philippians 4:19. And the economy keeps changing, but God hasn't changed. And we have to remember that, even though when we're going through hard times. Everything around us can be going crazy. What wild is my word. I try not to say crazy anymore. Wild. But we know that God has given us provision and we can't be tied to the system, and we have to remember that he's our source. All right. So let's talk about this.
Amen.
Joy. Joy. Someone say joy. Yes. Go ahead and play the keys virtually.
Joy.
I know. I can feel it in my shando. Okay. So joy is still allowed. So even while everything's going around, people are still finding
Amen.
moments to gather, celebrate, and enjoy life. So we did that. Well, some of us probably did that last week when we were, around our loved ones. So there's a time for
Joy
everything, right? There's a
coming in
time
the
to weep, there's
morning.
a time to laugh, and that's what Ecclesiastes 3
I'm about
talks
to.
about. So it's okay to laugh, even through the hard times. It's okay to enjoy life. Joy is not a distraction, it's a strength. So let's go ahead and make sure to smile every day. And while the world is shifting politically, economically, and even with the environment, God still remains constant.
Mhm.
That's so important to remember. And as believers, we are not called to be shaken by the news, but anchored in the truth of God, led by faith and guided by his word. God is our refuge and our strength and always an ever present help in trouble. And that's Psalms 46:1. So, with that being said, signing off. This has been the news by Dr. Takara Nicole, the Identity Architect. Where right here at Straight Talk, we just
Amen.
don't report what's going on. We remind you of who you are. Back to you, Ricardo. Yeah.
All right. We remind you of who you are. I like that. You are a child of the King. That's who you are. In case you didn't hear, you are a child of the King. And man, there's a lot going on in this world. And I love the fact that you talked about the peace because we do have to work to make peace. A lot of us find that joy, that peace.
Amen.
And what I love about this walk is that you can get that peace that passes all understanding, and you can have that joy that you're in this storm of life and things are going on around you, and you don't understand why you're like it doesn't affect me. Normally, people just run around and
Man,
see things like, "Oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this," and it's like, "Nah, I'm good. I gave that to God. I'm done with it." Takes a lot. Takes a lot to get there. It's not an easy
That's
thing to
it.
get there, but at the same time, once you get it,
Yeah.
my God, it takes this it takes this stress away. Um, we was joking before the show.
man.
We gonna get ready to wrap up. We ran up on time here. We was joking before the show about what would you do if you got a chance to go to the gates? and what question would you ask? Or what is it that you just need to know if you had a chance to get to the gates? So I'm gonna go get Joseph because he got a long answer. So we're gonna go to Joseph
Yeah.
first. Joseph, what is it? What is it if you had a chance to go hang out and you get to the gate and Gabriel standing there and he like, Joseph, what is it that you need to know? What is it you're gonna ask?
No, I ain't. No, I ain't doing. How far? I'm gonna ask him to. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna ask him to be simple. I ain't gonna ask what I said earlier. But I might. But I need to know how far do y'all go back? Now
Mm-hmm.
I know
So
my if I'm
you wanna
17
know
years old and under,
how far
that
they
kind
counting the
of
sins
doesn't
up?
matter for
How far back
criminal
do we get?
charges. I know eighth grade and under, my transcripts really don't matter for high school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see
So I need to
somebody
know
ask me, you answer that question,
how far y'all go back.
Gabriel gonna sit there and be like,
Now Jesus
to
started
the
about
beginning.
right 33. That might be better for
And
me.
then
Narrow it
he go,
down.
Gabriel's gonna say, we already know
I
what you
just need
trying
to
to do.
know
So let me tell you, we started from the day you took
how
that
far
first
y'all go
breath
back.
up until the day you took the last one. I've been here counting it all
Y'all would,
along, Jack. So when
I'm
you was two, you
gonna be
didn't
like
hit
the
that
Willy
bottle, but you
Wonka.
act
Just
like you
they're gonna
did
hit the
that bottle.
button on me, and I'm going down the chute.
Remember you put the
Oh
salt down your
wait.
dog's
Oh.
throat at 3? Remember that? We got that on record.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I need. I just need to know. So
Remember you put
that'd
that
be
in there
like,
and said on your mama's floor, she ain't know what happened? Yeah, we got you.
yeah,
That's on record.
yeah.
Matter of fact, it's on digital. Let me
When
pull it up
you,
for you. Click.
you remember they
There
said
it
the
is right there.
cigarette
That's you
lighters
right
in
there.
the old cars
Yeah,
in
we
the back
record
seat.
everything. We got it all.
I remember I was setting on
Joseph is
fire.
in the answer. He knows all and sees all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. It's everyday new grace and mercy.
Oh.
All right, Chikara. All
I think
right,
I would
Chikara.
like
What
to
you
have a
got? What you got?
conversation with Eve.
Do you really forgive us? Do you forgive us every day? That's all I want to know.
Hey,
Eve.
hey,
What you
That's
gonna do?
what I
Ask her to
want to
come up to
know.
the front? It's gonna be a while. You gonna come to the front? Eve been hanging out in the house for a while.
just come over.
Hey, Gabriel. You know what? I want to talk to
I just want to
Eve.
pull in the
Can
corner
you
real
get
quick.
her to come down for a second?
He, what you
Why?
gonna beat
Why
her
did
up?
you do what you did in the garden? I want to ask that question. What?
Hi. Is Eve home? Did Eve make it? Is
I can see her answer is this.
right.
Girl, I've been answering this question
Oh
since I
no, I'm
got here.
gonna. Can I get a women's panel?
Child, I've been answering this question
How'd you
since
get
I
in?
got
What you
here.
say?
Why is somebody else calling me down there? They get the
No,
message back there. Hey,
no.
Adam, they
Yeah,
want to
I
talk
would
to Eve
definitely.
again. He
You
like,
know
man,
what?
why
I
they
would
keep
love to
asking
talk
for
to
Eve?
Eve
Nobody
and
want to talk to
probably
me.
Esther. I would love to have a conversation. Mustard. For
Mm. Now be careful now, cause Esther might
sure.
hit you with,
Clearly,
watch out,
yes, no,
sucker.
but
If you ask the wrong question, you old
I'm
fish
gonna
eye
put
fool.
That's good. I mean, I might ask Joseph if he paid child support.
nah. I'm
You
gonna put
better
let me
watch
be
how you ask her a question now, cause Esther may she may
Esther
snap
in the
on you.
Bible in the
Come
Old
on, Woodrow.
Testament.
which
Let me be
which one, right?
specific. No, I be
I know what you're
like,
talking
bitch.
about. I'm just saying,
Sorry.
the other
They
Esther
may
may
What
come
up,
in
have
homie?
if you ask the
the
wrong
long.
question. Yeah,
Mm,
There.
yeah. You get Esther. She may show up. She'll
Lord
show up
Jesus.
right
they
there at the gate. But like, girl, what's wrong?
they
What's
might
going
slip
on?
up, be like
And you
they
ask the
might be like,
wrong
"Oh, she
question,
wanted.
and she
We
We
may
thought you
not
wanted.
about
You
that.
said
stay
Queen
Esther.
Esther.
She may turn into
We know how y'all
other
call
Esther.
y'all.
Just
Call them
saying. Just saying.
queens.
All right. So I'm gonna get the mic. We getting up on time. We'll get the mic. See me, I would ask, what did Jesus write in the sand? Nobody knows, and I want to know. I
Oh,
want to know. I want to keep it 100. Jesus,
Right.
what did you write in the sand? And he gonna say, Ricardo, you know what? No, Gabriel ain't gonna call Jesus. He ain't gonna call Jesus down for that. He be like, man, you lost your mind. You think you been talking to
he,
Jesus?
pl- he
You ain't even
playing it
checked in
safe.
yet. You ain't talking to Jesus, man. Your list is third heaven, not 17th heaven. Now you're not going
Do you
there.
think Gabe?
Stop it. Everybody want to talk to
But
Jesus.
Gabriel. Yeah,
Even Michael Jackson want to talk to Jesus. He
that's
ain't talking to
crazy.
no.
him. Yeah. Even Michael Jackson think he can talk to Jesus. Nobody talking to Jesus. Only way you want to talk to Jesus, you better know somebody that knows somebody. You know Peter.
Oh,
You know Peter. Do you know Peter? I can see that conversation going wrong right there. Hey man, can I holler at Jesus? No. What? Man, look, man, I know his cousin. What's his
oh,
cousin's name? John. No, you
that's
don't know John.
crazy.
John don't know you. You got the wrong John.
I'm.
John the Baptist. John the Baptist don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
In some words.
dude. Well,
I
cause
tell
I
it.
really believe they're gonna have Gabriel and Peter at the gate
We'll
because
get a
those are the
Which
situation.
two
one?
It's how you gonna
that's
come in
gonna
here and
man the
Which
see
gate.
me,
one?
or you gonna stay out there and go somewhere else.
They
Whichever one you
bouncers for
want.
Which
Don't
Jesus.
make
They be
us no
like,
never mind.
"Hey, Gabriel, he
one?
wouldn't
Which
Yeah, what
understand it.
kind
You
of
want me
games
to
you
tell
want to
him?"
play?
Peter be like, "I
I don't
can
know.
tell him in
Man,
some
Gabriel ain't got
words."
time for this. You got questions. Which one you want? Which one you want? All right, y'all. But look, hey, if you had a chance to go to the gates and you get to talk to Gabriel and you had a question about anything you wanted to ask God, like drop it in the comment. What would you want to get through? What question would you ask? Me, I just asked that
Yeah,
question because that's something that's not just nowhere in the Bible. But we know
he
he
might
stooped
even.
down and he wrote something on that ground. But nobody stayed to see what it was. He wrote something on that ground. But nobody decided to stay to see what it
Amen.
was.
Gosh.
And nobody glanced down or nothing. Nobody came over and said, man, that's what Jesus wrote.
That
Just saying. That's just
time to
me.
go to church.
That's just me. But we're going to see y'all, man. We got to get out of here. So we'll see y'all live loud. We'll see y'all on Saturday.
Yes, we're
For
gonna be
everybody who's
like,
tuning in, if you coming in there, we'll be there at 5. So do a little meet and greet so we can speak to everybody and see everybody and take photos. We're doing a
hey,
segment straight talk so you're able to hang out with us and see chill
thank you,
with us and kick it with us and
Jesus.
6
see what we do.
p.m.
Thank you.
And just have a good time.
You really be on this best.
Yeah. Well,
I
he's gonna
pray.
walk there, so
I pray it's on a day that it rains.
he's really gonna be on his best behavior because he's gonna
For
be kind of out the
sure.
crowd.
We are in the break.
Doing,
And I will
Just
be on
it's
my
all right.
best behavior.
in the name.
Mm-hmm. Right. But we rebuke that. So until next week for Riccardo Montgomery, Joseph Taylor, Takara Nicole. Uh,
Nah, I don't think
thank
it's
y'all for
gonna
tuning
rain.
into us right here on Straight Talk. We'll see y'all.
Might snow.
I'm gonna say
Might
peace,
snow.
Joseph and Takara.
Come on, relax and just enjoy the show. We got you here on Straight Don't Be Live. Yes, you already know. We got you here on Straight Talk, yeah. We got you grooving. Let us know how you do.